Right, so here we are on the Suzuki S750, or the 750S. Oh, straight away, what a light, nimble bike this is. The back of the seat, which is like a rear back pad, where the pillion goes, that's pressing right up against me, so I can get my backside straight into that. Right, my knees are knocking down in there, which is good. I'm clamping the tank. The throttle is so smooth, it's just flicking all over. Again, no protection here whatsoever. Just these mirrors. Do you know what I'd do? I'd change these mirrors and I'd put bar end mirrors on this. Get rid of this clunky look. I'm not keen on these square mirrors. They're like stuck on. I'm not keen on that. It's got a gravelly sound to it. Nothing too aggressive about it. Although I've got the traction control set to 2. Where are you going? Look at this display. This display is lovely. Look at that beauty. What's it saying about 5th there? It's got an arrow on 5 and it's got an arrow on 10. What's that all about, do we think? We'll have to have a look at that. The ride's quite comfy. It's not a harsh ride whatsoever. I've got the balls of my feet on these tiny pegs. I'm hoping you can hear that above this wind noise in my helmet, but there's that throaty, really, it's like a gargle, really nice, pulls really nice in 4th. I'm sat 100 kilometers an hour, I'm in 4th gear, I'm going to roll on now, and that just wants to pull. There's no fairing or anything like that, so there's too much turbulence to give it any beans, unless you sort of lean right in here. If you get proper tucked down, the turbulence isn't so bad, but you are quite upright, and down here doing high speeds, it's throwing your body around. There's a lot of wind on your chest pulling you around the bike. I can imagine in traction control 1, I reckon that front end is going to want to come up again. I know it's not got an analog rev counter, but I quite like the analog rev counter, but that's really nicely set out. Can you play about with the traction control on the move? You can't play about with it on the fly, can you? No, I've not been able to play about with the traction control on the go. Lovely throaty sound to that engine. Suzukis have been notorious with their fueling, and when you sit at 3000 revs in 3rd gear, when you roll on the throttle, there's that jerkiness of the throttle. So I don't know if the Euro 4 has sorted that out. It's there again. That's not good. Look at this, right? I'm at 3rd gear, 3000 revs, and all I'm going to do is just kind of come off the throttle and go back on. And there's this massive jerk of the throttle. It's not a smooth. I'm being really gentle with the throttle. Look. Right, let's see if it does it in 4th gear. Right, so I'm at 4000 revs, and I'm on, off, on, off. It's horrible. Suzuki's are notorious for it. Lovely smooth throttle. Get it leant over all the way around, tuck it in, open it up, brake. Brakes are quite good. They're not Brembos, they're not Brembo good, but they're not bad. But you know what's apparent about riding this now is what a smooth ride it is. Really smooth. Engine note is, you know when you get a sort of really tappety sound from some engines, this is a really smooth, quiet engine. Until you hit that 5000 revs. Yeah, it loves to pull, this thing. Lovely smooth gear changes on this. Well impressed with that. As long as you're not doing any motorways or any high speeds on this. But if you're wanting to just open it up, you know, where you get in country lanes where you get them maximum speed limit areas and then you have to slow back down again for villages, this would be a perfect bike for that. A perfect bike for it. It's hard to explain. But like these slow speeds that I'm doing now, I'm rolling on and off the throttle, and there's that jerkiness of the throttle. I've got confidence in the brakes are good. I've got confidence in it tipping in. I can just have a quick look, bang, 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 and you're in. You know, like boom, 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 straight in with these turns. That's what I like about this bike. There's a lot of pluses about this bike, you know. So in conclusion then, The Suzuki 750S. Lovely little naked bike. Really light, really nimble. Loves being flicked into these corners. Not as slimlined as I'd like. There's quite a nice beefy tank on it, and it'd be interesting to know what the actual tank range is on this, so you could go out for a little Sunday jaunt. It would benefit from a bit of a screen, I think. You've got like the bit of the back pillion thing nicely cushion you in. You feel secure, that's what I would say. Secure in the seat. So you can push your back end up that, tuck in, and you tuck down here and your back end's not going anywhere. It's good, I like it. The power delivery on this bike is so smooth. See that above 5,000 revs, that little induction growl then? Lovely.